The wife and I were driving back from explaining how to do something in a different town to somebody, and we were driving on some fairly rural roads. And while we were driving, I was driving, we were going through some wetland areas, and there was a few ducks around the area, but I mean, they were kind of leaving us alone. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this duck starts low takeoff from the opposite side of the street, attempting to go up to our side of the street, but it was a really low takeoff, so we hit the duck. It was a very loud boom, and I looked immediately to the rearview mirror, and all I saw was a duck explosion.
That's pretty cool.
Feathers everywhere.
I think I've seen that episode. Daffy.
All right, we're gonna roll the credits. Go! Welcome to the greatest show online! Woo! I'm DJ Allen.
I'm Bob Miotto.
It's true. It is Bob Miotto. I have posted this in all the relevant places, and we do have a viewer.
Really? Already?
I know, it's awesome. Welcome, viewer!
Hi, viewer.
Viewer, on one of the multiple links I posted, there's going to be, you can post on Facebook. You can interact with us, and we'll respond right away on Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, we'll respond on the air to what you post on Facebook.
We can do things like that.
Yeah. So I felt really bad, Bob, about hitting said duck, but I genuinely hope the duck did not survive the encounter, and I believe we still have feathers in our headlight.
Oh, of course. That's something that happens when duck explodes. See, you don't understand is you don't know the lifestyle that duck dealt with. You don't know if he was actually aiming for your vehicle just to end it all. You don't know if it was pressure from other ducks his same age. You don't know.
You know what? I'm going to hold the microphone close so that I can turn and say this. Yeah, did you hear that? The duck might have been trying to end it all.
Yeah, I like that you're trying to blame the duck.
We're trying to blame the duck!
He could have been running from something far worse than the vehicle. And you guys,
we spared
thank you. On behalf of the duck, thank you.
What if he was a duck daredevil?
Oh, he just barely missed. I mean, he was attempting to get over your vehicle.
No, he didn't miss.
He missed the stunt. He was actually supposed to be waiting for the car that was on fire, that was driving right behind you.
There was no car on fire.
But
although
you were way in front of it.
Although if I did, the missus was so mad. She's like, "You killed a duck," and I'm like, I really hope he's dead, but I guess kept thinking, and I still, whenever I close my eyes and think about that moment, all I see is a duck explosion of feathers.
Somewhere out there's a duck with no feathers, and an arm full of feathers, where he's picking them up and trying to gather them all back together again.
So
which didn't even stop.
So for those who are familiar with the show, we changed things up a little bit, as you saw. I did a little pre-thing, and for the live viewers, it's just going to look like we told a story, paused for a moment, and continued. But for those on the podcast or the netcast listening on audio and or video, after I produce this sumbitch, there will be credits in there. I got to kill something here. Hang on.
Is it another duck?
Jesus Christ!
That's not how you kill Jesus Christ. What are you doing, man?
I just killed the fly the size of a small school bus.
Yeah, that was the ghost of a duck.
Oh, very, very sad. Okay, let's review for the fans at home.
Okay.
We weren't on 3 weeks ago
No.
because it was holiday. Is that what happened? Is that why we weren't on? I don't know. I don't remember what we missed. We missed 3 weeks ago for something. Last week we missed because Lennon, who was guest starred on our show here, has passed away. And for those watching the pre-show, I think that she was on the pre-show. Shortly after Lennon departed, the what? The day after Lennon decided. Well, the day after Lennon departed. Are you going to put something in your eye?
It itched. I was scratching with this large needle thing.
Well, the day after Lennon departed, our new cat, Isis, showed up in our backyard. Basically came back every night for 3 or 4 nights. And
What's the name?
Isis?
Isis?
Yeah, like the cat goddess.
Huh. That's the fly.
That's part of what the fly used to be.
I'll tell you what. That could be the the whole cats have 9 lives thing, right there, dude. That's like Lennon 2.0.
Well, both of us have we used to have 2 cats, one black, all black, and one black and white, and this one is all black. Both of us have attempted not to call Isis Zimissi, which is what the all black cat used to look like. They're very similar looking, but yeah, it's been very hard. Been very hard not to call Isis Zimissi. Hello, kitty. Oh, come here. Look at the camera. Look at the camera.
The cats are like, fuck, it's a camera. I hate cameras.
Can you get me some tissues? I have to clean up a murder scene here.
Dude, what you need is some rolled up carpet, plastic. You have a bottle of bleach. Never mind. You know what? Never mind.
I just hope you actually throw the Kleenex away.
I obviously won't while I'm on camera, but I will. So, Bob, it's been 3 weeks since you talked to me.
Mm-hmm.
Throw my head to the side and say I'm sorry. 4 weeks since I talked to you. That's the song. Never mind.
It's all good.
So we got some stuff to talk about, Bob.
Stuff. I like stuff.
Yes.
I have boxes and boxes of stuff.
We can talk about nude police work.
Right? No?
No, because the average police detective is overweight
and clothed.
Yeah, and and clothed. That's not where I was going. I was going to go with the hairy butt crack. We didn't want to talk about that.
Oh, right.
So
I could see that. No, not the hairy butt crack.
You don't want to see the hairy butt crack.
I don't. I don't want to see the hairy butt crack.
You know, that sounds like a detective's name. Detective Harry Butt Crack.
Hairy butt crack. It does. Detective Harry Butt Crack. Nice.
We'll write that one down, Bob.
It's a good one right now.
I know. I thought so, too. What we actually are going to talk about is something I heard on another podcast. Was role-playing games.
I love role-playing games.
I do, too. And now, you and I have had a conversation in the past about your love for Dungeons & Dragons and my loathing for Dungeons & Dragons. But here's the issue. This podcast brought something to my attention to make me realize basically that I shouldn't hate Dungeons & Dragons.
You should not.
I don't necessarily have to like this setting, which is actually my issue, but role-playing gamers, RPGers, tend to get real defensive about the games they play. So, and this podcast brought up that is probably because you're telling stories in these and you become attached to these stories.
And your character. That it becomes your alternate life.
So the system, Dungeons and Dragons, the system is not inherently what I'm at. Not what I'm at fault with. I don't like. I don't like the high. Well, yeah, I don't like the high magic, and I just don't like the setting. I'm not fond of the setting.
Just the whole medievaliness.
Well, and I was thinking about it after, well, I had 3 weeks to think about it. I was thinking about it, and what I came up with was if you turned it more into like Conan the Barbarian type situation, which also can be done.
It is Conan-ish. I believe Conan-ish is an actual word, by the way. Or it is now.
It could be now. Yeah.
So, yeah, Conan, if I remember correctly, there was some those snake worshippers in that movie that had magics. There was he was the barbarian type. I do believe they had
Which movie?
That was the Get to the Chopper guy. Schwarzenegger.
Okay. What I have come to discover from yet another podcast that goes over pulp characters, of which Conan is one, that the most accurate visual representation of Conan on screen was the new Conan movie with Jason Momoa.
I was unaware that there was a new Conan movie. Now I have to watch it.
It's on Netflix.
With my eyes. Oh, even better. I'll write that down. New Conan.
Yes, Conan the Barbarian with Jason Momoa. He was the Khal Drogo on Game of Thrones.
Jason Koaloma.
No, Momoa.
Momo? That's awesome.
Momoa.
Lawnmower.
Jason Lawnmower. You look for that on Netflix and see what you come up with. No, on the you ever seen Game of Thrones?
Here's how the Game of Thrones thing worked. I got the first 2 seasons of that from a buddy of mine, and I was going to sit here and I was going to watch them back when I was laid off from my job. The problem with that came from the fact that that's the type of show that you cannot watch while doing anything else. You have to watch it. If you do anything else, if you look at your watch and you look back up, you're lost. You have to sit there and you have to focus. Well, I didn't focus. So after halfway through the second episode, I sit down and I'm looking at it. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I was so lost that I was going to rewatch it, and that's when I got my new job. And I realized that I could not watch that show because of all the sex that was in it while the wife or the child were here. So I was going to watch it out in the apartment where I am now. No Blu-ray player. It was a Blu-ray, not DVD, DVD. It was Blu-ray. So I could not watch it out here. So I ended up giving it back to my friend. And that was a hell of a long story for saying no. No, I have not seen it.
Well, the guy that plays Conan in the newest movie he's in Game of Thrones.
Is it the short guy? That midget was awesome.
No, it is not.
Midgety.
It is not Dinklage. It's not Peter Dinklage.
There should be more midgets in the world.
There's quite a few. I don't know if we need more.
Name them.
Warwick Davis.
There's one. Wee Man.
Wait, Wee Man?
Wee Man.
A Wee Man. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Wee Man. I know that there's an entire WWE division of midget wrestlers.
Which is just cool.
Hey, there's an Ewok, and a midget in every single Ewok.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that. Too bad there's not Ewoks. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Of course, then they want to vote and all that. Never mind.
Well, They would only want to vote if they understood what was going on. And since they're in the rocks and spears and stuff, I don't know if they would want to vote.
Well, the one who had the skull on his head, he looked like he knew some shit. He was probably their political leader.
I suppose. But don't you suppose that was more of a monarchical thing rather than hey, let's vote?
Oh yeah, probably. Whatever Bonehead said. Do you remember C-3PO's description of the battle in that scene? He's got the sound effects and shit coming out of his hands, and he's like going all out on that, telling him about that. But when he was first asked by Luke about fighting with the rebellion, he says, "Well, I'm not very good at telling stories." That motherfucker was awesome at telling stories. He had who fucking tells sound effects coming out of your hands?
I don't know if the sound effects were coming out of the hands. He is a droid, so maybe he's got a speaker in his chest plate or something.
There was little speakers. You could see the holes where there was speakers. I don't remember if it was the palm of his hands or the back of his hands, but he was going like this, and you could see the little holes, like little speaker holes, which is probably just air holes so that the actor didn't die, because that would have really ruined the movie.
Ududo Cloud City.
Nice.
It's true. Just remember the immortal words of that one Jawa.
I do. I was gonna get that tattooed on my shoulder.
Wait, the Jawa or Wutini?
Wutini.
Oh,
Wutini. I thought it was Martini.
no, it's not Martini. Wutini. Wutini. So yes, that's my realization that I shouldn't hate on role-playing systems that I don't necessarily like.
There's a lot of systems out there. There's the D20 system, which is very popular now. What is that?
I just bought a new one. It's
Icons.
Icon.
I seen a preview, not a preview, an advertisement for that. There's a drive-through RPG. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yes.
It's a website where for a viewer out there, if you're still there. Are you still there, viewer?
Yes, we were still there.
Drive-through RPG. You can download role-playing games. I know, right?
Where I've gotten the majority of my role-playing games, but we were actually in a role-playing game store, and this was on clearance, so I bought it.
What is that? That's a superhero one?
Yeah, it's a superhero one, and it's designed by the guy who made Mutants and Masterminds, so basically he knows what he's doing.
I've got some books from that, I think.
And I would really like to run a superhero game.
I'm in, yes?
Sure. You have to have a superhero that wears assless chaps.
Oh, I'll use one of the three I've got then. I have the assless chap Batman, the assless chap yeah. I got it covered. Well, except for my ass.
You got your ass
I just made all that part up. Yeah.
You got your ass covered with the assless chaps.
Yes. Well, it is what it is. Can I tell you about that?
Yes, tell me about why it is what it is.
Okay. There's this dude who started where I work, and in the day that I met this guy, he said 4 times, "Well, it is what it is." I hate that phrase. That's usually what people say when they have no idea what else to say. They just say that, and they think that covers it. I was thinking about it. I was thinking, because that's what I do. I've got nothing better to do than to let this shit bounce around in my melon. It is not what it is. It is merely what it appears to be from the perspective of the observer. That's what I figured out. It is not what it. So if somebody says it is what it is, you go, no, it isn't. And here's how this works. Here was this was the analogy that I came up with. Let's say you hear something outside. It's nighttime. So you open up the door. And out in the darkness, you hear a growling. All right? What is it? Well, it's a growling coming from the darkness. So you flip on the light. Now, it's a dog growling out in the darkness. But then you notice he's wearing a collar. So now, he's somebody's pet dog growling out in the darkness. So to me, this might be the part Doberman, part Chihuahua fucking dog who, I know, right?
That would
Who
be
like scares kids and is terrified of lightning and he sleeps with a stuffed bunny. But to you, it'll only ever be the growl in darkness because that's all. You know what I'm saying?
I'm imagining a Doberman front with Chihuahua back that sleeps with a stuffed bunny because it's afraid of lightning.
Yes, that's exactly what I had going on in my mind. But yeah, it's just the fact that without knowing all the details about it, all that will ever be is what it appears to be from your perspective, just the growl in the darkness.
It could be a blood-drinking wiener dog with wings.
Well, yeah, but what's the odds of that happening
Again,
again?
I gotta write that one down. Blood-drinking wiener dog with wings. So what you been doing for the last 3 weeks there?
I've been working. I have been working like not the weekends, I guess. This new job, I like it. It's very repetitive, and I don't feel like I'm getting ahead on it. It's like one of those type of jobs where I'm always not behind, but I'm always like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I'm like right there on the verge of being behind at any given time, so I'm like, bust my ass to get done. And I come home and I watch TV. Man, my life sucks. Anyways, I've also been playing Pokemon Online.
Okay.
Have you heard of that at all?
No. Well, I was under the impression that Pokemon died, like the whole game system kind of like.
No, it is up and roaring. I mean, it is possibly bigger now than it ever has been before. It has been resurrected by magics far beyond the knowledge of mere mortal men. And I just pulled all that shit right out of my head. I thought that was really cool.
Is it legal yet to own a Pikachu?
Not a real one because they don't have them. But if you look up Pikachu cosplay, you see some of the chicks dressed up like Pikachu. I so want one.
Yeah. Hey Bob, guess what?
What?
I don't remember how much weight I told you I lost last time we talked. Do you remember how much that was?
No.
Well, I have lost since the beginning of March 54 pounds.
Wow, good job. That's awesome.
I'm awesome.
That's pretty cool.
The
Like I was
missing,
saying, I mean, you look like you're like thinner.
I know.
Like your face.
Everybody says that, and then the other day I noticed it, and in the, I noticed that my neck's not as thick.
That's cool.
My shirt almost hangs off of my boobs so that I don't see my belly anymore. There's still that little bump because you can tell it's still there, but it's going away.
There was a time when I was wearing size 36 pants. There's a box in the apartment out here that has size 36 pants in it. When I cleaned out my closet, these things don't fit anymore. They went in there. So there was 38s in there. There was 40s in there, and now the 38s and the 40s I'll wear, but the 36s I still can't fit in the 36s. My brother said to me, he says, if you don't want these, I'll take them. And my wife says, well, do you want to give those to your brother, or do you want to see if you can fit in them later? I told her, and this is awesome. No, give them away, because if I can get back down to size 36, I deserve all new clothes.
Yeah, why would you want to wear clothes from 1992?
I know, right?
You're right, Bob. It's been so long since I've been 37 waist that if I saved my pants from back then, it would look like I came straight out of 1986. Or 1988.
Was there 1986?
There was.
There was, wasn't there?
Yes. I was
It must have gone by pretty fast.
I was adamantly watching wrestling at that time, very, very much so, and Doctor Who a lot.
Ooh, nice. Well, you were big when you were in the military.
Well, when I got out of boot camp, I was 175. When I left the Navy, I was 200 even.
Hmm.
And when we started this show, I was 375. No, 328. 328, sorry. And now I am 274, I think is what the number was.
That's cool. I would like to be able to tell you what I'm at now because I was right after January 275. But that was right after the holidays. I've lost some weight. Now, I would weigh myself almost every morning on the Wii Fit, and I stopped because I got on there one day and I gained back like 3 pounds, and I got frustrated, and I've been eating a lot of Subway. So it's one of those things where I don't know if I've lost any more weight, but it's kind of like there's stuff wrong with me. Mentally, of course, but also physically. You know, my body, I'm getting old, I'm falling apart and shit. But as long as I don't go to the doctor, as long as the doctor doesn't tell me that I'm broken, I'm good to go. So as long as I don't get on that scale, huh? You know what I'm saying?
No, because at some point you're going to sit on the couch and you're going to sit down with a gallon of ice cream and you're going to watch the Golden Girl reruns on TV, the marathon. And when you're through season 4, the last 2 episodes, and you look down at your pint of your tub of ice cream, and you realize you have to get up and get another tub of ice cream, you're going to feel real fat, because you probably will be fat.
So what you're trying to say is have a freezer right next to the couch.
Yeah, save yourself the walk.
Oh, shit. You don't want me to burn calories, do you? Shit.
Well, see, in order to do what I'm doing, I have had to change my lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
No high fructose corn syrup. Lots of, well, basically calorie counting. Although at this point I am so good I don't calorie count anymore.
You just eat the same type of food that you have been eating.
Well, I can go, let's just use McDonald's for instance. I can go to McDonald's,
Mm-hmm.
and in the past I would have gotten the Big Mac meal large with an extra sandwich, and then I probably would have looked at some sort of McFlurry or ice cream cone or something.
Right?
Now I go to McDonald's and all I want are those new premium McWraps, regular sized.
I like the wraps.
The new ones, the big fancy ones.
I don't know if I've had the new ones. What happened? You know what? No, I have not had the new ones. I had the other ones that were like $2.99 or something.
The snack wraps are okay, but the big premium McWraps, I get I don't know what it's going to be on yours, but it's the number 9 for me, chicken bacon McWrap.
Okay. See, I thought it was the same thing, and I was like, there's no way in hell I'm going to pay that much money for a wrap. But I didn't realize it was like uber super wrap.
Well, if you're, well, I don't have anything to illustrate this with.
What's that?
Well, if your snack wrap is this big, the premium McWrap is this big.
Wow.
Around. And then, of course, it's long and tall. And you can get grilled or crispy, and I don't get crispy chicken if I can avoid anywhere. The fries that I eat are normally as small, if that, and if the wife and I go out to eat some at McDonald's, for instance, I'll get the McWrap meal, she'll get a sandwich of some sort, and we will share the medium or small fry, which means I'm not even getting the whole thing.
That's sad. I've experienced times in my life where the female in my life, I will say, would you like a fry? No, thank you. I do not want fries. All right, I do. I want the medium size, so I will get medium size. At which point the female says, I'll just share yours. But now I'm not getting the medium fries that I ordered. Had I known that they were going to share with me, I would have gotten the large fry. That way I could still have my medium and share. See how that works?
But
That's the dilemmas of a female.
in order to lose weight, Bob,
Yes.
you should get the small and share. That's right. And cut out all regular soda because it's almost all got that high fructose corn crap in it.
Yes. I was reading something the other day how Mountain Dew is contains like 3 ingredients that are not just bad for you, cancer causing, seriously, I will fuck you up type ingredients.
There are 2 ingredients in your house that are safe that you can add to Mountain Dew. If you shake it, it will turn into a chem light.
Peroxide?
It's one. I don't remember what the other one is. It's like baking soda, maybe?
Oh, you know what? I saw I saw that online and I tried it and I couldn't get it to work. So either I did something wrong or it was bullshitty.
It's potential. But the point, it's like Coke. If you pour Coke onto a corroded penny, it will come out shiny.
Yes. Have you seen what it does to the stuff that grows on the side of your battery in your car?
No.
You know what?
I don't want
A new show that needs to come up later on in the future is Science with DJ and Bob.
I'm going to write that down.
You better fucking write in big letters so you don't lose that motherfucker. Science.
Science with DJ and Bob.
I put your name first because you do that editing stuff. So even if my name was first, you just fucking edit it back the other way.
That's not true.
Oh.
But soon I'll be listed first for all kinds of stuff because I'll be faster because I'll be sleek and skinny.
I have, just so you know, the last time that I weighed myself, I went from the 275 to it was 238. That is after it went back up a little bit, and I was all sad about that. So
well, when I'm done with my weight loss, I'll be 200 even.
I want to be 200 even.
Then it's a race.
Da, 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 da.
The other thing that I'm doing is we're walking. Well, I've been trying to run now and then too, but we're walking at least 12,000 steps a day. And this little Fitbit is how I keep track of that. And the running I'm trying to run a mile a day, and I can do that in 15 minutes a mile.
All right.
It's not nice. We found out the other day that if you want to be fit, you should walk a mile in 15 minutes. That basically means that I'm running extremely slow. So.
Do you have one of those things?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. How's it work?
I reproduce with it, and the wife doesn't like it in her. Oh, wait, you mean treadmill?
No. Pace counters? No. It goes on your wrist or something, and it tells you your heart rate.
There on our treadmill there is. If you hold the front bar, it takes your heart rate for you.
I have a book here. It's on it was a program that I bought from online. It was called I don't know what it was called, like 90-day makeover or some body makeover, and it was it worked really good. It said that in order to lose weight, you have to eat, and it's telling you you got to eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. And that's what I was doing, and I was doing awesome. I was losing weight. I was doing fucking awesomeness, and yeah, that's better than just awesomeness. The problem is that I was always eating. I didn't have time for anything else because I was either cooking or I was eating. I would cook. If I was awake, I was cooking or eating. And I just didn't have time for that. I got all burnt out. And my diet called for a banana with my breakfast. I might have told you about this. The problem was I had two boys here. One, I don't remember their ages at the time, but one of them I think was 17, maybe 16, and so the other one was like, Anyway, here's the situation. If I wanted a banana for my breakfast every morning, that would be 7 bananas for a week, right? Doesn't work that way because each of the kids wanted one for breakfast with their breakfast because they would have a bowl of cereal and a banana because they were there. And then when they would come home from school, they would want a banana. And then as a snack, they would have a banana for a snack. Um, there was like they were eating 3 or 4 each a day. So in order for me to have my 7 bananas, I had to buy like it was like insane fucking bananas just so I could have one a day. I was having one to every like 7 or 8 of theirs, and people were like, "Wait, you're mad because your kids want to eat fruit?" And I'm like, "No, I'm mad because my kids are eating all my food."
But using your French fry analogy, you should just buy 21 bananas a week.
There was a lot of bananas. But the problem is if I bought 21 bananas, they'd be like, "Well, there's plenty. Let's eat more." The one kid would take we had those little oranges. They had a name, but I just called them little oranges.
Clementine?
And those are the ones. Yeah, good job.
Thanks.
She
High
would buy
five.
one. She would buy one of those boxes of these things, and the kid would take like 5 of them, put them in the refrigerator, take 5 of them up to his room. Half hour later, he'd come downstairs, take 5 more, put them in the refrigerator, take the 5 cold ones out, and head up into his room. They'd be gone in a day. I mean, he would sit there and eat all of them. It's like, okay, because it's a healthy thing. He always felt that the more you eat, the healthier you are. It doesn't work that way. My grandmother used to be the same way. She would take. She was notorious for diet. She drank the hell out of Diet Pop. Why? Because it said diet, and diet equals lose weight. So she would drink the hell out of Diet Pop because it was good for you, make you lose weight. It's not how it works.
No, in fact, if you drink too much Diet Pop, it actually counters your weight loss.
Yeah.
You have to drink water out of a container that holds water. It's true.
True. Now, one thing that I have been doing is I have a soda stream, and the soda stream makes your own pop out of carbonated water. No,
Yes.
tap water. It carbonates it, and then you add the flavoring. You have pop. The difference is you're looking at, say, 65 calories per can, and it gets changed to like 10 calories per can. I mean, it was like some insane number. Whole lot less sugar, whole lot less calories. Caffeine, depending on what kind you want. They have a kind that's like a mega boost of caffeine. I would put like the caffeine one, Red Bullish-y.
The energy drink. Yeah, I didn't like the taste of the energy drink
I
one.
did not like the taste of it, but if you mixed it with the cherry Coke one, it wasn't bad. I was getting all fucking creative and making concoctions. Yeah. You know what's cool? The word concoction. That's cool.
Could be. You know what else is cool?
What's that?
Water.
Water.
Flavored water.
Flavored water. See, that's where I was. That's actually where my brain was when we started this conversation. Is that I would carbonate the water, put it in the fridge, and just the carbonated water by itself was better than regular water. If you take some Mio and squirt it in there,
Now, we don't do the Mio specifically, but we've got the Kool-Aid squirters. We've got,
yes.
She recently found a Crush grape squirter that I really loved. Icy, like the cherry and blue raspberry flavored icy squirter.
Nice.
Just makes the water taste like that. We do all the generic ones, the lemonades, the strawberry lemonades, the raspberry lemonades.
Coconutty one, it tastes like
Coconut and pineapple?
coconut pineapple. Yes.
So good.
So you have a soda stream too now?
We've had one for a long time, but we don't use soda stream.
Oh.
We have this thing of water we keep refilling so it's cold, and then we just flavor it. If I thought you could entertain the people while I went, I would go pee and go get some water.
Yeah, but I can't entertain people because I'm like an accountant and shit. Viewer, you're an accountant. I'm sorry for that remark.
Oh, yeah, the viewer left us a while ago. I'm not sure what happened, but
Oh,
whatever.
that's crazy. At what point did the viewer leave?
Um, I think it was about the weight loss.
Yeah, that was kind of boring.
What?
Okay.
Lost
I mean, it
50.
was cool for people who are losing weight, but for other people, it's like watching golf. It's great to play golf. You go play golf? You play golf?
Well, I would play it, but I don't play it. What you're trying to equate this as is it's like watching people watching golf.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, good call. It's like I'm not even watching golf. I'm watching the people who are watching. Yeah, that's good. Good call.
Yeah, watching people watching golf.
Um, so let's hop around here a little bit and let's go back to something else. Um, I mentioned the D20 system for role-playing games. Shadowrun is just hands full of six-sided dice. You have the werewolf and vampire, the white wolf system of D10s, nothing but
Yes.
D10s.
Which is the only system I've used since 1994.
1994. Wow, that was a long time ago.
Next year it'll be 20 years
Wow.
that I've only used one system.
There was another system. I can't think of what it's called. I'm thinking it was maybe Riffs, where it was all based on percentile dice.
Which is 10-sided dice, technically.
Yeah, but instead of a pool of 10-sided dice, it was more like what's the odds that this will happen, and then you roll the 10-sider with the percentile. In fact, almost like that emulator. You hit.
Yeah, have you read through that?
Not only have I read through it, I've also apparently lost it. No, I took the flash drive to Staples, and did you know that they will print it out and put it in a nice, neat little binder for you?
Yes.
Yeah, so I did that. So I have like this book all nice and neat, binderized. And I believe, what was that? In my Nook. Ooh, you know what? It might be my Nook too.
Well, I did I show you a link to download it, or did I just give you my copy, or what did I
You
do?
might have put it in that one.
Oh, the box folder.
Yes, I
Gotcha.
believe that's what it was. Yeah, I would in. I got it right here in my Nook. My handy dandy notebook.
Yeah.
So that I can read it on my Nook. This system is really cool. This is based off of what's the odds of that happening? Let's say I was in your house and you were just knocked out by something that came bashing through the wall. And now I'm frantically looking for a weapon. And I say to whoever's role playing, you're running this game, I'm going to check in the silverware drawer for a gun. What's the odds that you're going to have a gun in your silverware drawer?
I would think it would be pretty low.
So rare that it's probably not going to happen, but if you roll a 0 or a 1, it did. You know, for some reason, there's that fluke that it has happened.
And I like what we're talking about is the Mystic system in general, but the GM emulator book. The only thing I didn't like about the GM emulator is you lose the spontaneity of the situation. So, like, if I'm playing all by myself, if I'm role masturbating, basically, I can be like, okay, I'm
Rollsterbating.
rollsterbating, yeah. I'm gonna write that one down.
Solo
Anyway,
role play.
I can say that I'm walking into this place and I'm gonna tell the prince of the city to go fuck themselves,
Mhm.
and then it would be Okay, well, what do I think their reaction's going to be? Well, if I think their reaction might be that they love the idea that I tell them to go fuck themselves, there's a possibility that that's going to happen. And I don't know, there needs to be a little more direction in that, in my opinion.
Right. The odds of what's going to happen there, chances are you're going to be fucked a bunch. So you roll. There's that chance that, wow, this guy's got balls. But more than likely what's going to happen is you're going to get your ass beat. I do like that. I like the fact that it's not there until you ask the question. Like you have the ocean. There's a piece of ice on top of the ocean. Well, how big is the iceberg? How big is that underneath? Nobody will ever know. All that is a piece of ice on top until somebody sticks their head underwater and asks the question. That's all we'll ever be. It's kind of like in the movies, all right? Let's say you're watching a show, and you're looking at the props. A woman's got a purse, and in the script it says, reach into your purse and grab a lipstick. The only thing that ever has to be in that purse is that fucking lipstick, because that's the only thing in the script. So unless you ask the question, it's not there. And that's kind of how that works, is that if you were to say, is there a knife in this drawer, then you roll and you'll see if there's a knife in the drawer. But if you never ask the question, that drawer is empty. If you never open it, that drawer is empty. If you never open the closet, there's nothing in it.
And that's true too. But then you lose the but without a game master, you lose the opportunity to do this, for instance. You as a Malkavian vampire walk into a kitchen. There's somebody there ready to assault you. And you open the silverware drawer, and instead of taking said knife, perhaps you wouldn't have thought of this, there are sharpened bendy straws in there. Sharpened. But you didn't know that because that's something that came from my head. You're just opening the door looking for something to throw something at somebody.
Yes, I agree. You do have that. If I say, I'm looking for a shotgun, so I open up the closet, is there a shotgun there? Well, you roll yes or you roll no. You never think to ask, is there a guy in a clown suit in that closet?
That would be freaky, Bob.
That would freak me out. Man in a clown suit.
Man in a clown suit.
But I do like that system other than what we're just talking about, which is something that we have discussed, me and a friend of mine. I would like to try the solo play, only because there's nobody who's around to play with. The dog can't roll dice. He just wants to eat the fucking thing.
Well, I have a little group, but I was going to run a game called Green Team using the White Wolf system. It's my own original story, but it was going to use the White Wolf system. We weren't able to coordinate a time to meet over Hangout, so I couldn't turn it into a actual play show like I wanted to. So we were going to do it through email, but then I suddenly got yanked to work every single day and didn't have any time to do that anymore. So I had to put that on hold too. But now we are discussing what?
The messenger thing.
That would still require me to. The email thing was Ed would post something, Steve would post something, and I would take what they do and kind of GM a situation, send it back out to them.
We tried that. Well, we were trying to try that. We had to not. Because I thought it was cool. I was telling those friends of mine, Dallas is like one of my best friends. He's the one who called during the last show to ask who the villain was with the mustache. He tied the girls to railroad tracks. He was at work when he said that. That's what I thought was the coolest. They're working, and they say, hey, who would know this? Bob would know this. Anyways, we were going to try the text message. Problem is he doesn't have the unlimited text messaging. So we couldn't have done it that way. That would have been an awesome way of doing it.
Well, the reason I brought up the group thing was because um, I'm looking for alternate hosts for the other show that on the network here called Echoes Darkly that you and I did one episode of exactly. And what I'm trying to do is get a couple of them to do a rotating host thing, and then maybe I'll jump in on a third one, and then we'll have 3 or 4 Echoes Darklys a month. Well, then it started talking about, hey, we liked your idea a long time ago of maybe playing one of the SASs from White Wolf to get a feel for each of the different systems. So play one of the vampire SASs and one of the werewolf SASs, and do one of each system, just to get an example out there in case people want to know what Changeling is like, for instance.
Nice.
Then
Changeling's cool. I had a Changeling character.
That turned into, hey, I kind of got these nights open. Hey, I have that night open too. Well, now there's 3 of us that have Sundays open all of a sudden that we're possibly going to be able to... Are you on the Battlestar Galactica?
I know, right? This allows me to see into the future.
I can travel through time at the speed of regular time.
I knew you were going to say that.
Anyway, Bob, what I'm saying is that the potential, if we can get a game going, maybe meet every Sunday on Google Hangouts for an hour or 2, even as small as an hour. Like I said,
it depends on time. It would have to be early enough on a Sunday, due to the fact that I have to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning, unless I have to go in early. Then I have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Lord, will you shut up?
So,
Rain, come get this dog, please.
So we could run a short game weekly and then get my show out, and we could run Green Team, and I could run Vampire, and I could do all kinds of neat stuff. We can get a group going.
Green Team, that's cool.
I know.
That's pretty cool. Did I tell you about the Gray Team?
The what?
I came up with a Gray Team. No.
Like,
Brian, come get this dog, please.
Like gray, like the shirt color I'm wearing.
Yes.
Okay.
Here's what happened is we were playing airsoft, all right, and my nephew sucked at it. So we would have, like, say, you get hit once and you die. You go back to your base. 30 seconds later, you respawn. You yell alive. You're back in the game. You get shot again. You can die 3 times. On the 3rd time, you yell dead and you're out of the game. Like I said, my nephew sucked at it, so he was dead really fast. All right, all 3 lives he went through, and he was out of the game. So all of a sudden, that was one problem. The other problem was, what if you don't have even teams? All right, that was the second problem. You have like 3 guys on this team and 4 guys on this team. That's not fair. So like, gray team. We need the gray team. They're like, what's the gray team? I'm like, after you die, you become the gray team. So you got 4 over here, 4 over here. One of these guys die. Now it's 4 against 3, and the gray guy who's trying to kill everybody. And now this guy dies. So now he's also on the gray team trying to kill everybody. So the smaller these 2 teams are getting, the larger this team's getting, who's trying to kill everybody.
But if I'm on the red team, and the gray team and the blue team are both trying to kill me, aren't I trying to also kill the gray team?
You are. The problem is the gray team does not die. They just keep respawning. So once you get on the gray team, you stay in the game now. You don't have to worry about. So it's pretty much, it goes to a try to survive for as long as possible, because you will lose. It's just a matter as you're going. Now here's the cool thing, is that it's getting tougher, because instead of it's 4 against 4, all of a sudden you're 1 against 7. So you will eventually lose. It's kind of like the old school video game as opposed to the new video games. The new video games are not like life at all. The new video games you can beat. You cannot beat life. Pac-Man is like real life. You just keep running the maze. It gets tougher and tougher until you die. And the only thing you're trying to do is get as far into it as you can before you die. That's like real life, where life just keeps getting harder until you die. You can't beat it, right?
Sure.
Did
I
you
beat
hear
stuff all the time.
that? Like the kitty?
No, I don't beat the kitty. That cat is a terror. It's been a long time since we've had a kitten, and oh my god, I understand why.
I remember the kittens that we had.
Yes.
I think it's funny when kittens decide that they want to be on your shoulder, and when you're standing up and they do that cool, like, thing, where, like, the entire time you're like, and then all of a sudden there it is on your shoulder. That's what my kitten used to do.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. You couldn't sleep because as soon as you fell asleep, the cat knew it. And he decided, sleeping people are far more comfortable than awake people. And it would go over and just start on your leg, back, head, whatever it was near, to make itself a nice cuddly place to sleep. And so I'd throw it off. It'd come back. I'd throw it off again. That's what my life consisted of when I had a cat. Was trying to sleep, throwing off the cat. Trying to sleep, throwing off the cat.
There's a woman outside that has purple hair.
Oh,
Like
here too.
an old woman.
Yeah, that's one hell of a coincidence. Wouldn't that be crazy
Yes.
if we both had a woman standing outside of our houses with purple hair?
Or our two cities would be merging in a different reality, and we would be Warsark.
Warsark.
Yes. It's kind of like Sharknado, except it's our cities in a... I saw Corgnado, which is a corgi tornado.
Tornado.
Yeah, it looked cute.
Einstein. Corgis are supposed to be called Einstein.
Why?
There's a, not, I don't think it's an anime. Is it Bleach? I'm thinking Bleach is the cartoon that has the corgi on it, who's like very intelligent, and the girl can like understand him because she's a little fucked up in the head. And the dog's name is Einstein because it's a really smart corgi. And a friend of mine has a corgi, and he named it Einstein. And thus it shall be called. But it won't listen to you.
Because one of Doc Brown's dog's name was Einstein, and then the other one was Copernicus, and I'm pretty sure there was a Galileo in there somewhere.
Was there a Galileo? I don't remember a Galileo. Galileo, let me go. That would have been an awesome last name for him.
Galileo, let me go.
His name. What's your last name? Let me go. What? Galileo, let me go.
Hey, ISIS's full name is Isis Godzilla Allen.
Ooh, nice.
Because when I told the missus that the cat's name was Isis, I was also showing her Comic-Con stuff, and one of the things from Comic-Con was the new Godzilla movie coming out, and I was showing her the poster. She's like, "You want to name the cat Godzilla?" And that just kind of stuck.
Frankenstein.
No, Godzilla.
No.
There is a movie coming out called The Frankenstein Project you might want to watch the trailer for.
Are you aware that that Godzilla is a movie about a giant lizard named after me and someone named Zilla?
Actually, its name is Gojira, but somebody in the American-speaking or the English-speaking world misheard it, and it's Godzilla since then. So,
Like that one thing. Do you remember the term? Hold on. Why can't I think of it?
I don't know.
I can't
What's
think of it.
for?
Oh my gosh, I've said this thousands and thousands of times now. I was just thinking Namyoho Renkakia, but that's something entirely different.
I remember asshole face.
Asshole face? It was definitely asshole face. I'll think of it, and when I do, you'll be like, holy shit, I remember that.
It's possible. It's possible. Unfortunately, Bob,
Yes.
we're at like the hour.
Oh, we are.
Yeah. It's true.
You would know. Brian would know. Brian!
Okay. Let's get Brain to know these things.
That's all right. We'll continue because I don't know where he's at. He wasn't coming earlier when I was calling for the dog situation.
Maybe he's outside playing in the chain link fence that's electrified.
Buzz, buzz, buzz. Light your rescue.
Well, Bob, it is a sad time. People
is.
waited for 4 weeks to see us,
And it was damn worth it.
It was damn worth it, and it's time to go.
I'll miss you.
We'll be back next week, Bob.
Awesome.
And there we go. I don't understand why my lower third takes so long to pop up. Okay, Bob. Next week, you and me back here.
Okay.
And we'll I'll advertise the bejesus out of this show so that we can get some viewers.
Sounds good.
And you know how I'm going to do that?
The Facebook?
Well, that too, but I'm going to give something away, but it's only going to be given away to people that are watching live.
Dude, that's brilliant.
I know.
So if you're watching this right now, next week at this time, well, not at this time, next week, an hour ago.
An hour ago, you can win something.
Next week, an hour
Next
ago.
week. Until then, Bob, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This is the Lime Flavored Network.